the hottest thing, the hottest trend for soap makers is headgear. Believe it or not, there is just the haute couture of cottage industry basics, and here we go. I'm feeling myself step into like all of the Iman hotness here. Here we go. So, but the nice thing is that it's gonna keep my hair up and out. And if any of you have ever seen me before or met me before, you know that my hair being up and out is not what it usually likes to do. Normally it's like, some people will talk about dimensions with people like boom, bam, boom. And dimensions with my hair is just boom, boom. Blending together the oils. These are all my warmed oils. This is olive oil, avocado oil, castor oil, mixed also with some shea butter and cocoa butter. And it's, and coconut oil as well. I knew there was a hard oil in there somewhere. It should be a nice, lovely balance bar. It's nice and warm still. It's probably at about 115 degrees. Yeah, about 109 right now, 109. And that's kind of good. We don't want to let it get any cooler than that because we want it to, I do want to like to soap at a cooler temperature, but I also want to make sure that I don't let it get too cold because then I get steric spots. I'm going to mix it up a little bit to get the kaolin clay that I put in there. Sorry for This is my lye solution. I used aloe vera juice, and I added Tussa Silk and a little bit of sugar for lather, so there's a nice bubble to this one. I'm using the shaft of the stick blender to break the fall. So again, not a whole ton of bubbles here. Don't want to get it too aerated, not too crazy. It's not like, you know, when you're making pancakes, and you can tell that the pancakes are ready to be flipped over when you see all those bubbles. There we go. Now I'm making a small batch. This is just one little loaf here. So I don't need it to be very thick. I actually don't want it to be very thick at all. And here's how I can tell. So if you're looking here down the shaft of the stick blender, I want to see that there's no separation here. So when it looks completely emulsified, then the oils and the lye have fused together completely to form soap molecules. So that's what we're looking for. Now, anything that would be different is if it looks seedy, and maybe I see a little bit of seedy there, but you know what? I'll blend this a little bit more and that should take care of that. All right. There we go. What we have definitely and for sure, look at that. Nice and thick, no seediness, no separation. That, my friends, is soap. This is raw soap batter. I'm going to put this over to the side and maybe done with this. I'm going to put it to the side. And you have to be really, really careful with soap in this form because the lye in it, the lye is still active. And there's a big rule regarding lye, you know, and using any kind of caustic soda. You really want to make sure that you honor that. You don't take it for granted. You're very serious with it. And basically all the moves that you make are going to be in good faith and respectful of the caustic soda nature. You don't want to get careless. You don't be cocky. And just, again, just kind of keep in mind that you're making a product people will use on their bodies, on their hands, and sometimes if I'm doing a facial bar, on their face. So you kind of don't want to take advantage of that. You really want to be careful. So right now I'm just distributing colorants into individual color buckets here. And because it's a cinnamon flavored or cinnamon scented fragrance, I wanted to do something a little bit more on the warm palette, but have a little fun with the color. So I've got this nice kind of jazzy bronze going on and a super cute salsa-like orange and this really lovely little kind of jazzy pink going on. So I like the colors, and I'm going to do an even distribution here. And so you can kind of see the soap is already starting to thicken up, and that's probably because I did add in that kaolin clay. Otherwise, and I am using kind of a good amount of oils here that I think will help to keep it done. Now, I saved titanium dioxide. Hello, just from the spill that you saw right here. So I don't want to color the whole thing. I want to keep it all relatively natural looking. I don't want it to be this bright white, because adding too much titanium in it will actually kind of change the texture of the soap. It might add in some glycerin rivers, and I don't want to do that. So that's the creamy white. This is the really lovely orange coming up. Yes. Oh, I love the orange. I like, doesn't that look kind of yummy? Like a really good like cinnamon fudge. Oh, delicious. Loving it already. I got the pink going on here. Let's make sure it's all fully mixed in and incorporated. What's a lovely pink too? I think that's just going to turn out really great. So orange and pink. It almost sounds kind of sherbety, doesn't it? If you've ever had like those beautiful summer sherbet bars. Always looks so good. All right. And we're just going to do a nice little drop swirl. I kind of really want to get this in. I haven't even added the fragrance in yet, so it makes me a little bit nervous. So here we go. Here is the lovely majority of that soap batter right there. I think it looks fantastic. So let's see if we can get all the rest of that in here. Yeah. Oh yeah. And sometimes, you know, if you have a really fluid soap batter, you've got about maybe, you know, maybe you have a little bit more time to play with it. Maybe you've got about a half hour. But when you can see that this one's starting to set up a little bit, then it's like, you gotta move. Gotta move. Sometimes you might have to sing with it. Singing is highly encouraged. So here we go with my lovely Home Sweet Home fragrance oil. Just gonna hand mix this all in real quick. I don't want to get too crazy with it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it already makes me nervous. It's a really nice, strong scent though. So you can see I did not add in a whole ton here on purpose, because it will get the job done. It'll do exactly what it needs to do, and it'll be fantastic. My little salsa orange, my little jazzy hot pink, and my beautiful bronze. Oh man, I can't wait to see this after it. It'll be just lovely. I have a feeling. Hooked on a feeling. There we go. This is called a drop swirl. So check that beautifulness out. Drop swirl is exactly like it sounds. You drop it in. So if you want to go high, like if you're high from up here, hopefully it'll land a little lower. It'll fall closer to the bottom. So just the weight of the batter itself will kind of pull that color all the way down. So I'm going to pull this one a little bit higher to, oh yeah, look at that. Do you see how it all just kind of swirls around? Look at that. I think that brown really adds to it. Look at that. I'll tell you what, we've been watching some really lovely documentaries on that, on the artist Bob Ross. I think there are a lot of people out there who know what I'm talking about. Just a very talented soul, a very gifted gentleman. And kind of, you know, you be the judge. You watch some documentaries or just watch his own shows. See if he's a tortured soul or not. But just God, you can't, that man was talented. And not only was he talented, he, you can tell he really liked working with people. And that's cool. I do like that. All right, I want to take my little scraper here and start to empty in some of this batter so that way we can, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. I think that'll be lovely. I think the secret really is in just getting all the rest of that color. I don't want to let any of this color go to waste here. I want to have some fun with it. Oh yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. And I will tell you, that fragrance, delicious. So why was I talking about Bob Ross? I was talking about Bob Ross because he was always like, oh, you know, happy little tree, happy little bird. And it was just so soothing listening to him describe, you know, the accidents like they were just, you know, not really accidents. Like, you know, accidents are okay, but expect them, welcome them. They're kind of part of life. Oh my gosh, I wonder how much time I have. Seconds, mere seconds. It's kind of like when you're watching an action adventure movie and the countdown is on and, oh, they got to get this, they got to press the button or they got to save the this or get the girl and da. I mean, it's tense, y'all. It's tense. All right, got my little pipette. I like working with my pipette. I feel it's a very French word. And so very French words need like this beautiful pipette. Not bad. I was gonna kind of, I'll do a, oh here, there, and there. Good, okay, enough of that. And then we're just gonna, I wanna take, if I can't find my chopstick, I'm just gonna use my pipette. I can't find my chopstick, so there it is. Oh man, see how thick that is? I have a little bit left of this Nurture Soap Solar. Doesn't that sound so Solar Storm? Coming to a theater near you. Solar Storm. So we're just going to take a little bit of Solar Storm. Not go too crazy with it. But just have it add a little, yeah, like, oh, like Bob Ross's happy little whatevers. That just kind of sprinkle around and show up and have a good time. I gotta tell you, the smell of this, it smells so good. I mean, again, it's just the right amount of cinnamon. If you're a cinnamon fan, you won't be disappointed. If cinnamon is not your thing, I also don't think you'll be disappointed either, because again, it's not overpowering. It feels like if it smells cozy more than anything. And doesn't that just sound so good? All right. So, and then at the end, if you have a nice, beautiful, oh, you see that? Sometimes you got to be firm with it. I'm going to put a very healthy, very, very, very healthy amount of alcohol on top. Why? Because I want to protect the color. I want to, you know, try to save as much of the brilliance as possible. Because in the Mid-Atlantic, sometimes soda ash is just not avoidable. Sometimes you're going to have to deal with it as much as possible. But I'll tell you what, you can fight it. You can do everything you can to kind of nip it in the bud. So that's what we're going to do today, my folks. We're going to try to nix the soda ash. Soda ash is not bad. It will not hurt you. It will just discolor the soap a little bit. And that's okay. I'd still like it to stay as pretty as possible. So here it is. Like, in reverse. Not too shabby, right? Oh, except for the alcohol's coming out. So, to be named, TBD. And that's soap, y'all. That's soap. We're going to cut it into bars tomorrow, see how it turns out, and we'll have a good time with it. So, thanks for coming along with me tonight, making our fabulous little soap. Just kind of lead the way. Look at that. I just love the kind of the droops and the drops. That was awesome. Cool.